Red is a bird dealing with anger issues who is ostracized by the community he lives in. However, he is looked to for guidance when a group of pigs exploits the kindness of the other birds and steals all of the eggs. The good. The experiences of the character Red are very cathartic to feel as an audience member. This character is constantly bogged down by the stupidity of the environment he lives in, and he just refuses to take the bullcrap that he deals with. This movie's self-awareness of what kind of environment that is, some really good uses of archetypal characters, and the situations created when this environment and these characters come together, does a spot-on job of creating a tone of annoyance. The iffy. Being based on the Angry Birds mobile game, this movie showcases the birds, their abilities, and some of the tropes that exist within the game, such as TNT boxes and barely supportable structures. But there isn't much of an explanation for why these birds have these abilities, and when they do get an explanation, it's not a very good one. The world of the Angry Birds that we are shown in this movie is basically a reconstruction of the social order we recognize from our own human world. There's nothing particularly good or bad about the fact that this is the setting of the movie. I'm just saying, replace Angry Birds with just about anything and you have just about any other movie. I did not watch this movie in 3D, although I did see a couple of moments that might have been cool to watch in 3D. However, I don't think the ticket price is worth it for just those couple of moments. The bad. Though this movie captures the tone really well about being annoyed, and I find that aspect of the movie enjoyable and sometimes funny, this movie's humor also drags it down a lot. There are so many moments throughout the movie where there is an opportunity to make jokes, and this movie takes almost every single one of them during every single scene. Not all of these jokes are bad, but the sheer amount makes most of them feel cheap, and just serves to make the audience roll their eyes a lot. For the parts where the movie does try to tell a story, it suffers from the fact that Angry Birds itself is a very thin concept to build a story around. So understandably, the story in this movie doesn't have a whole lot of substance to it. It's a series of related events that are told in chronological order, with the jokes being given heavy priority. And the characters of this movie are just vessels for these jokes. The verdict? Though it can be unpleasant to watch at certain times, I don't think unpleasant is the word I want to use to describe Angry Birds. Mostly, it just doesn't satisfy me in very many ways. I know a lot of people might be thinking, well, it's Angry Birds. It's just a kid's movie. So is Zootopia, and Zootopia was one of the best movies, if not the best movie, of 2016 so far. Just because it is for kids is not an excuse for filmmakers to not try and make something amazing out of whatever it is they're working on. This is Detective Steve, wondering how the hell Ratchet & Clank has a lower rating than this.